How's it going? This is Kevin Cleary with The View from the Pew. I want to share with you something that I've been thinking about the last few days. I was reading an author, an apologist, who used the famous Karl Marx quote that religion is the opiate of the people as a springboard to talk about how religion is actually much more than that. And of course, we agree with him that religion is much more than that. It's about what's real and what's needed. And that'll be somewhat the theme of the video this morning. But it got me to thinking that Karl Marx was not writing to a North American audience. And I don't think in North America we could probably make that statement in the way that he did. Rather, I think we'd be more likely to point to the pursuit of wealth as the opiate of the people. So long as we can keep putting more money in our bank account, keep pursuing more stuff, we're happy. The pursuit of wealth has become the bread and circuses of the Roman Empire. As long as we can pursue that, then we're happy. And that's kind of scary to me. Because the more we adopt that way of thinking, the more that we accept the idea that if I just had this, if I just had that, you can fill in the blank, the new car, the bigger house, the new piece to the wardrobe, the fancier trip, boy, life would really be good, and I'd feel fulfilled and feel like my life has meant something. If I could cross off everything on my bucket list, I would really have done something. My life would somehow have meaning that it doesn't have now. And marketers know that. They know we think that way. So that if someone's running for political office, what they're going to run on is, listen, I'll cut taxes and I'll give you better jobs. You mean more money in my bank account? Great. Here's a check in the box. That's what we like. And not that it's wrong to pursue any kind of financial gain, but it's a matter of perspective. And there's more that we need to think about here. Whether it be the new car or the new shoes or the special trip, what commercials that you can see over and over again are trying to tell us is that if you just had this, if you just did this, your life would be complete. You'd have nothing else that you'd need after this brand new 2013, soon to be 2014 model of the fill in the blank. And there's something scary about that. The first thing that's scary about that is, by and large, in North America, we believe it. Now, I can't speak to the rest of the world, so I haven't been there. I don't know their culture. Maybe the same there as well. But we go, okay. And there's all kinds of things that give away the fact that we buy it. We believe it. One of the most startling statistics related to all of this is that we do a great job and spend billions and billions of dollars on medical research that helps us to treat all kinds of things that used to be a death sentence: cancer, heart disease, lung disease, HIV/AIDS. On and on it goes with things that would kill you 15, 20 years ago that now that are quite survivable, and people have thrived after being diagnosed with many of those things. And that's good. We ought to be thankful. But on the other side of that coin is a statistic that we can't get to go down. And that is suicide. In a culture where we're supposed to have all that you need to be happy and fulfilled and find meaning in life, more and more people can't find meaning in life to such an extent that they end it voluntarily. That's scary. And I think the greatest culprit to that is we're pursuing a goal that isn't real. It's like the pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. If I just did this one more thing, I'd have meaning. And that meaning never comes, and it never will. Jesus warns us. You can't serve two masters. He warns us that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And tells us, based on that, you need to pick what you're going to invest your hopes and dreams in. And your bank account is the wrong place. And although we hear that and we say, yes, Jesus, you know what you're talking about, and I don't do that, and I have a healthy perspective about my money, we say all that, but then we take the extra hours at work, even though it means the devotional with our kids has to go. We take the extra shift, even though that means we may not make it to Wednesday evening Bible study, or we may not have time that day for Bible study of any kind at all. We spend thousands of dollars, and I mean thousands of dollars, each individual household, on sending our kids to school so they can earn lots of money. You know, we want them to be lawyers and doctors and architects and all those big titles with big dollars. But we spend little or nothing, not just of our finances, but even of our time and attention, teaching them to know the God who created them and who loves them. Peter offers us an interesting perspective on this in chapter 3 of his second epistle. Verse 11, he says, if you know that everything here, the house that you have the biggest mortgage on, that nice car that smells so new and good, the running shoes you just bought that you're convinced are going to help you shave some time off your running, whatever the case may be, all of those things are going to burn. They're going to dissolve, he says. So if you know that, what sort of people ought you to be in lives of holiness and godliness, waiting for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be set on fire and dissolved, the heavenly bodies will melt as they burn. But according to his promise, we're waiting for new heavens and a new earth in which righteousness dwells. That's the view from the pew.